Hello, in this video we'll be discussing the principal internal and external sources of management accounting information as well as their costs and limitations. We'll also be considering big data and its impact on performance measurement and management, including the risks and challenges it presents. Management accounting information is far more than debits and credits and financial information. In their modern role, accountants increasingly measure externally focused, non-financial, forward-looking information to help with decision-making and performance management in the organisation. This makes the potential sources of management accounting information huge. Internal sources may be considered formal, for example, management accounts and underlying systems, human resources information stores, inventory ledgers, production control and procurement plans and activity. Or informal, chats around the coffee machine, email chatter or social gatherings. It's worth noting at this stage that informal sources are in fact very important. We often find out what's important that way, whereas formal sources are often sterile and standardised, hiding the key messages. External sources may be considered formal, for example government statistics, inland revenue announcements, central bank reports or external formal research, or informal, press gossip, chats with supply chain partners or rumours. Again, these informal sources can often be very important. Formal sources are often widely available, so cannot in themselves provide a source of competitive advantage. Internally sourced information may well be relatively expensive to produce, especially the formal information, as it's produced for relatively few people. Data needs to be captured and processed. The time it takes to produce the information could be spent on other things too. There's also the chance that the information, whether informal or formally sourced, is incorrect or misleading. This could waste resources or cause errors to be made. External sources may be less expensive. Many, such as government statistics, are provided free of charge, but some cost money, may be of questionable reliability, and again take management time and attention away from other things. All sources of information, whether internal or external, formal or informal, should be considered from a cost-benefit perspective. Is the benefit in excess of the cost? Cost in this sense should include opportunity cost, lost time for example, as well as tangible financial costs. The possible sources of external information is exploding with the increased development of big data. Big data refers to a wide variety of information stored in a wide variety of places in a wide variety of formats. For example, about our customers, social media posts, reviews they post on review websites, tracking cookies seeing what they've looked at online, photos of them, retweets, news feeds they subscribe to. Big data represents a huge challenge, but is also a huge opportunity. If the information can be harnessed and used more effectively than a competitor, then it can provide a source of competitive advantage. For example, imagine being able to predict social trends more accurately as a result of big data analysis. This might inform decisions about the future direction of the business. A key theorist here is Doug Laney. He originally identified the 3 V's for big data, which summarises both the challenges and opportunities presented by big data: variety, velocity and volume. There is a huge variety of sources and formats, meaning that whereas it's a challenge to find the data, it means there's a rich source of potential information to potentially enable a very detailed picture to be painted. Velocity refers to the fact that big data changes quickly. People's own feeds are updated several times a day, perhaps on social media. This is a challenge to keep up with, but it means if you can keep up with it, then lots of the data will be immediate and very current. Volume refers to the sheer amount of data out there. It's a challenge as capturing it is a monumental task, but if you can cope with the volume, there's a lot out there to learn. He later added a 4th V, veracity, meaning its reliability is questionable because often there's no audit trail. It's outside our control. This reduces its value. Big data potentially improves performance measurement. For example, we can gauge customer feedback more completely and immediately by looking at social media posts and reviews about the company and its products, and allow the company to respond in real time. It also potentially allows us to understand our customers better and gauge future trends. This can inform marketing and product design to more effectively target customers and satisfy their needs. There are, however, several risks big data poses in addition to the challenges pointed out in Laney's 3 V's. Some demographics are more likely to contribute to the pool of big data than others. For example, perhaps some in the older generations may not post so frequently to social media or conduct web searches. They're still a potential source of custom, but may be missed in big data sourced research. Sources may appear to contradict each other, resulting in more uncertainty rather than less. For example, the image portrayed on social media may not represent the true individual, causing analysis of social media information to be of limited use. There are also some potential ethical issues to consider. Gathering personal data to build a profile that can be exploited for commercial advantage may be considered ethically questionable. A company should consider its moral responsibilities in this regard and think how it plays into their policies on corporate social responsibility. In summary, there are many internal and external sources of information, each with their own costs and benefits. Big data potentially dramatically expands the pool of potential external data sources, but also raises its own challenges, issues, and ethical questions. In the exam, be prepared to explore the benefits of using big data for an organisation, but be cautious of the downsides.